Hey there everybody, Copicker here. Welcome back to another installment of Kingdom Hearts 2. In the last episode, we essentially get our introduction to Roxas, his friend Hainers, Pence, and Olette, and we kind of have one strange enemy kind of showing up in here. We got some photos back because the word photo was missing. But now Hainer essentially has an idea by saying, hey, we should probably, get jobs and stuff and go to the beach. And then it's like, okay, we're broke, bro. It's like, what do you want us to do? So Hainer essentially says that, I'm smart. I know what we need to do. So we're going to go and do that. Because Hainer is smart. We're going to the Market Street. All right. Thanks. I mean, that doesn't really tell me anything. That just tells me that we're going someplace and then that's it. But, okay, and Roxas just got killed off out of existence. I've never seen that. All right, cool. Anyways, we got skateboards now. This is a new feature that is introduced. It has nothing bearing to anything except for being cool.
Just 2 days to go. You and I have to make the finals. That way, no matter who wins, the four of us split the prize.
Okay, you're on. You two are gonna clean up.
Go get him.
It's a promise.
Now, let's get down to business. One ticket to the beach is 900 money. How much are the four of us? 3,600. And 300 each to spend there. What's that for all of us? 1,200 money, a total of 4,800 money. To spend on what? Pretzels, of course. What else is there? Well, there's always watermelons. Too pricey. They're like 2,000 money a piece. Pretzels it is. So, where were we? We need 4,800 money altogether, but all we have is... I've got 800, 650. I'm broke. I mean, to be fair, you did end up defeating that weird thing and got some money out of it. I don't know what's all that about. Let's find ourselves some odd jobs and earn some dough. Correction, let me find some odd jobs where you guys just sit around walking around constantly and do nothing. No, I'm being serious. Hainer's not going to even do anything. He's just going to be leaving, and it's kind of... I hate Hainer. Anyways, now we have the introduction of minigames. Just like in Kingdom Hearts 1, you have a bunch of minigames, and this one is splattered with minigames and a lot of minigame requirements. And it's kind of insane, really. Alright, so we have the choice of either doing this in a half-ass way, or we can do it in a full matter way. Half-ass meaning that you just do one and you just go talk to Hainer. The full way is essentially getting 2,000 money and then going to go meet your friends. And you're probably wondering, how in the world are you supposed to make that? Well, there are 6 optional jobs that you can do. Well, one is mandatory, the other 5 are optional. But we're gonna end up doing all of them anyways because we kind of have no choice to showcase all of them. Well, I have no choice. You guys have a choice. The mail delivery is simple as follow. You use a triangle button to go ahead and deliver the mail as you cross with your skateboard, and that's really it. End up getting the maximum, which is 50. You get 30 if you get it at a lower time, and you get probably like 10 if it's just a bad score in general. Grandstander, you end up keeping the ball up for as long as possible. This is not really a fun minigame. This is kind of boring, to be honest. Like, all it is just, you just keeping the thing afloat. Also, I have to remember that this is not your typical action RPG. I have to actually mash the X button. Alright, so I'm not going to really go so far with this because this will take forever for me to get the maximum score, which I think it's not 100. If it's 100, that's kind of ridiculous. I can't do that. I mean, I can, but no. Alright? Just no. Not half bad. 30 money is unfortunately the lowest amount. Cargo climb. You have to keep comboing the cargo all the way up. Moving the cargo could be dangerous, so be careful. How dangerous? Can I get hit? I mean, that is pretty dangerous if you really think about it. Air combos are your best friend here to actually make the cart go a little bit faster. If you use ground combos, it'll really go very slow. When it goes up into the air like that, you want to hit it, and then you just keep hitting it until you actually get into the garage. You should be done. I don't think that's do we get the maximum score for that or not? I don't usually remember what the point requirement for that. Good job. Okay, yeah, 50 money. Now, you know I said those are just 50 money. Those are small potatoes. It's hard work delivering letters along this slope. I wish I could find someone to help me. That's interesting. So if you talk to the people here, want to help me put on a performance? I'm hiring some part-time help. So most of these NPCs kind of give you like the indication of who are giving you the jobs in the first place. So if we go up here to this guy right here, because he's actually the one that gives you the job for the cargo. I have to move those items into this garage. I posted a help wanted ad, but no one's come yet. I mean, to be fair, the fact that this thing keeps resetting all the time, I don't know, man. I really don't want to actually keep dealing with that every single day, you know? Anyways, let's go to the Tram Common. This is where we'll kind of get the introduction to other jobs. And you still say the same thing. Good to know that you're on repeat. And you also say the same thing. You guys are all on repeat. First things first, you want to do Bumble Buster, which allows us to beat up the beast from 100 Acre Woods Chain of Memories. Because I don't really count the first Chain of Memories, and I mean the remake of Chain of Memories, not the original. Because I don't think the original you had to be wow, 10 seconds. That's actually kind of good. Because that's actually the maximum score. I've never gotten that before. Unless it's super easy to get. Next is Junk Sweep. This you have to go ahead and get it in less swings to get more money. This is a bit difficult because of the fact that you kind of have to more so line up the junk piles in a way so that it gives you like a bit of a combo. Easier said than done, but you gotta usually target yourself correctly to be able to get those less swings, because you have to use a combo finisher to warrant it. Something tells me I actually probably did get a good score though. Wow, that's actually incredible. Alright, cool. But now it's time for the one that gives you the most money. Poster Duty. Now, Poster Duty, complete the job quickly to earn money. You have the ability of getting 100, 50, and 30. You get 50 if you end up literally taking forever, and by taking forever, probably like 1 minute and 40 seconds, or probably 50 seconds, or hell, even 2 minutes to be honest. But if you manage to get in under those time requirements, you end up getting 100. That's the maximum you want to do. You have to do that one to be able to get the 2000, because I'm going to say this now, if you're doing the male one that allows you to skateboard every single time, you have to do that more than just the amount of times you have to do this, because this gives you essentially the 250 amount that will give you 100 anyways. So it's best to do this. It does take forever, however, so yeah. That's the optimal route that I utilize to be able to get the point requirement. It's fairly easy. It's not difficult. It's super fast, but the getting to 2000 is super slow. Because as of right now, if we look in the menu, we only have 480. So we're gonna essentially be doing this for a while. So I'm obviously going to kind of talk a bit, because after we're done with this, there's nothing for me, there's nothing I'm gonna really do after it, because of there's actual reasons behind it. But anyways, Kingdom Hearts 2's you know, there's like one scene that's in the intro cutscene, and I'm more so meaning the trailer cutscene, that showcases Roxas kind of going into a different direction of how he chases after that weird thing that we saw yesterday. It's kind of odd too, because that's not the only thing that usually happens. There's a lot of beta looks of certain scenes. I wonder, can you really call it beta though? It's like certain scenes that kind of are different. and not the same like how it is now. And it sucks too, because I find those scenes to be a little bit more action-packed than what we got in the official game, and I thought that that was the final mix version cutscene instead of the original version, because the original is usually the game that, you know, doesn't really have everything. Also, yeah, you can skip. That technically counts as a cutscene. This game is also the first game to introduce skipping cutscenes. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories does have skipping cutscenes, but the thing is that it's not your typical press start and skip thing. It's more so hold a certain button to be able to skip. I actually don't remember what the button was to be able to skip cutscenes. Recom obviously is just 3D cutscenes anyway, so you can kind of get the traditional skipping cutscenes. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts Re-Chain of Memories was the only remake game that we ever have gotten in the Kingdom Hearts universe up until the PlayStation 3 came out, and then like a few years we started to get the Final Mix games. And it was amazing though, because back then we never thought we were going to get the final mixes of Kingdom Hearts 1 or Kingdom Hearts 2. Mind you, Kingdom Hearts 2 final mix is a lot bigger, had a lot more stuff than Kingdom Hearts 1, because our version of Kingdom Hearts 1 already had like almost everything to one the final mix version have. The only difference is that we never got a Keyblade after defeating the Ice Titan, and we never got a Keyblade after defeating Sephiroth. So that was the only difference. The other difference is that they also had unique Heartless as well, and obviously the different color Heartlesses here and there. Those are the only things that were different. So it didn't really felt like the American version was missing stuff. It's just more so the American version had added stuff in the final mix version, like the another boss was added to it, and all that. So you got like new items, the synthesis items, certain new abilities and whatnot. It kind of was a little bit of a different game. It still had the same exact mechanics and whatnot, and almost the same platforming and stuff. There were like certain things that were moved, so it was more so fixed. Like in the American version, that Red Trinity was not placed in Oogie's Manor like how it was. It's now at the bottom of Oogie's Manor, so that way you can't miss it. Because if you end up beating Oogie's Manor, you completely miss that Trinity mark, and you couldn't get it anymore, which was kind of dumb. In my honest opinion, it was like really one of the most, it was like an oversight. They didn't really think that, the player was going to probably actually do that. So, it happens. Now, what does the Final Mix version of Kingdom Hearts do compared to the original? Well, for one, there is one mechanic that has been increased, that has been buffed. There's another critical mode was added, which was the first introduction of critical mode, because critical mode was not in the first two Kingdom Hearts games, and it was introduced in this game in the Final Mix version. Critical mode essentially ends up cutting your MP to half, cutting your experience to half, and also cutting your health to half. So at the end of the game, we'll essentially be getting like 120 HP, I think, but in critical mode, your max HP is 60. That's it. So you essentially would get killed in like 3 hits, give or take, because the enemies hit you a lot harder. But you also hit harder too. You gain some extra abilities. You gain some extra AP. And, you gain the ability to just not have to worry about your party members anymore, because you'll essentially be a one-man army. It's one of the things that this critical mode did right, but future Kingdom Hearts games, critical mode does it wrong. Like, unless you want to count Birth by Sleep, where the no experience, for some reason, if you're level 1, you do more damage because of something. I don't know what it is, but to be fair, it kind of needs to do that, because if you just was doing like level 1 damage to enemies, then the game would not be fun at all. Like, personally, if you're doing chip damage when you're in the late game, that's kind of bad. But anyways, that's not really much else to really go with. Like, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix ends up giving us a lot of things that is a bit quality of life choices. The only issue with it being at 60 frames now is that, unfortunately, some mechanics to certain boss fights there's one boss fight that kind of needed to be fixed. And when it was first released on the PS4 version, it was not fixed. It was bad because his mechanic activated immediately as soon as the little camera panning preview thing was going on. And that was kind of unfair because he got his main mechanic was activated right off the bat, and it was really annoying because it was impossible to beat. Well, I shouldn't say it was impossible. It was more so frustrating to beat because of that. So he got a cheap mechanic going out of the way. So yeah, I'll go into detail with that further. I don't feel like spoiling anything. Try my best not to do that anymore because I feel that it kind of defeats the purpose of me playing through the game, where I'm just like going boom, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, no, stop. So yeah, I don't know how much money we are on. Hopefully we're actually at the 1,000 right now, so that way I can just start cutting it. Oh, eek. But posted duty is kind of boring. I kind of wish they gave you more. Okay, we're actually at the 100. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut. You guys already seen what I'm doing. I just wanted to go into those conversations real quick. Anyways, I'll be seeing you guys once we end up getting the 2,000 mark. And with that, we managed to actually collect 2,000 money. Didn't really take me that long. It was a lot faster than I thought it was going to take. Interesting. But if you manage to go ahead and get 2,000 money, you end up getting 2 extra APs. If you get 1,500, you end up getting 1 AP. You kind of want to go for the 2. You don't really want to go for the 1. We're going for high standards here, guys. All present and accounted for? What we've got. Well, luckily for you guys, I got the best cutscene in this scene because Hayner is excited and he says, yeah, we can get watermelons too.
Nice work, everyone. Added to what we started with, we now have... ta-da! 5,000 money!
Sweet!
Let's get tickets.
We can't be together forever, so we better make the time we do have something to remember.
Huh?
Gotcha!
You know what's the strangest thing about this? Even if you only just get one job done, you still get 5,000 money. It's so dumb.
Whoa! Huh?
Huh? What?
Roxas! 3 minutes!
Okay.
Four students.
Roxas, the money.
Wait. No. Huh?
He took it.
Where are you going?
Remember when I fell? I had the money before that. I bet that guy took it.
Guy?
He couldn't have gotten too far.
What are you talking about? There was no guy.
Huh? But there wasn't? Really? Oh boy. There wasn't anyone there?
It's melting.
Sorry.
Cheer up already.
That was definitely weird, though.
Strange.
You said it.
Can you feel Sora?
Can you feel Sora?
Restoration at 20%. 28%.
Namine. Hurry. Is it really that hard to make a beach?
We'd be giving the enemy another entry point.
And this?
We can always buy some sea salt ice cream. Objects from that town must be kept out of the real world. You can delete that.
As the key-bearer, you must already know. One must not meddle in the affairs of other worlds.
So many places I want to see. I know I'll get there someday.
Thus, I do hereby dub the junior heroes.
Hey, what do you mean, junior heroes?
You rookies still don't understand what it takes to be a true hero.
I wish for your freedom, Genie.
Ow!
Sally, why didn't I listen to you?
Don't feel bad, Jack. We'll come up with another plan for Halloween. Next time, we'll do it together.
Power!
I have Mushu! Or are you too cool to play them now that you have the Keyblade?
Riku? What are you doing here? Did you find her? I still can't believe it. I really flew. Wait till I tell Kai. I wonder if she'll believe me. Probably not. I'm searching too.
For your light, don't lose sight of it.
Sora, where are you going?
I'm gonna go look for my friends. They're waiting for me. Well, where are Donald and Goofy?
Instead of worrying about them, you should be asking about her.
Who are you? Huh?
Me at the station. Today's the day we hit the beach. And don't sweat about the money. It's a good thing our friends are super understanding. But anyways, that is the end of this episode of Kingdom Hearts 2. In the next episode, we'll be meeting Hayner at the station and finally going to the beach. Anyways, I've been Code Pika and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Laters!